Tonight we're going to be talking about connectivism as it's applied in an art studio environment. Just to give a little bit of background on connectivism, the main player in this theory of learning, and some say it may just be a pedagogical method, is a person named Siemens. And the idea of connectivism came about around 2005 as a result of the interconnective networks of the internet and learners discovering information via the internet, and also groups of online collaborators, groups of online professionals, friends, social groups, and also the idea of connectivism is it's different because instead of being focused on the learner, it's focused on the amount of information out there waiting for the learner to be discovered. And that information changes. It's estimated that it doubles every 2 years now. So tonight we're just going to explore what that means in an art studio environment. And in my situation, I'm a graphic designer, so my network is, my network is a local online community of artists. Occasionally I have people who have moved out of town that I knew from Houston, and it's great that I still get to be connected with them via the internet. Okay, so this is who we are: graphic designers, art directors, photographers, illustrators, painters, video artists, and sculptors. The global art community. I and my friends, I'm sure, research different art genre and well-known artists that pique my interest, mostly online. Sometimes I'll get invited to shows and exhibits that happen locally via an online invitation. Most of my art world friends and associates choose Facebook as their primary online networking tool. It's easy to use, and one thing about Facebook, we are always talking together about how to use it better. On Facebook, this is the type of information that we share: current and past works of art, news of events pertinent to our work we like, work that inspires us. This has brought us exposure to works that we may have missed. And an example of this would be shows and places that we might visit infrequently. This is a huge thing. New York. Well, most artists I know make New York one of their main destinations for vacations. But do we go there all the time? No. So now we can go to New York and see what's happening there anytime we want to, instead of every year or two. Los Angeles, all the museums there, we can visit all the artwork in the museums anywhere in the world, and it's great. So as you might guess, as a result of this connectivist trend or style of learning, styles and art trends spread more quickly. Cross-pollination of ideas happens faster and is definitely easier, seemingly effortless. Sometimes we critique each other's work in progress. How convenient is this? In addition to our social and professional networks, we know that there are millions of images of artworks out there in cyberspace. waiting to be discovered. A galaxy of images would be an appropriate metaphor, or a universe. New ideas and fresh images are key to our creative process. Not to be copied, new ideas and images inspire us to create, enhancing our own creative vision. We cannot exist in a void. So connectivism has been a very positive change for those in the art world who choose to be part of the visual network. Still, we know that visual art cannot exist without all of the other academic and subject matter domains. So what we do is go online. We search for things that pique our interest, be they art, other things in the world that interest us, places, things, science, history, whatever we're interested in. And artwork is inspired by all of these domains. Religion, that was a big thing in the Renaissance. So, I'm going to very quickly log on, go to my Facebook, which is in my history, and find out what's happening with my friends today. Oops. Here's my class. So, here is a perfect example. So this is what my network looks like. And wouldn't you know it, I've logged on tonight and a bunch of people who are in what I call my business, work, social network, they've all put interesting stuff up. The top person is a creative director who has shared a link from a local photographer. Then right under that is another photographer. So this is great. And normally these would be people that I would see back in pre-internet days at cocktail parties, like professional association events. So it's great to be able to see these people's work, not only to see what they're doing personally, but to see their work, because at a cocktail party, not everybody's going to be hanging around with their portfolio under their purse or under their arm, because we don't really do that in my business. So this is a great way for us to share our images and just to keep abreast of what people are doing in their work. It's great, and it's very inspiring. And just to let you know what type of environment someone like me might work in, hardware and software wise, I have a very old Mac. It doesn't really look old because Macs are that way. They age rather well. But this Mac has been around about 7 or 8 years, and I just bought the one with the most memory, and it lasted a long time. The next thing that I have is a PC laptop that I've had for about 4 years. It's pretty much souped up with the maximum amount of memory available at that time with the dual core processor, and lots of little slots for my, I use a lot of photos in my work. It's got a built-in video card, millions of little USB slots, and it's got really nice speakers. Harman Kardon. Ooh. Okay, that's enough of that bragging. I actually bought this from a relative. And then this is my latest addition to my technology thing. Okay, graphic designers are always having to evolve with their technologies or else be obsolete. So web designers are now writing applications for smartphones. So I waited until the smartphone got really cheap, and I just got this about a week ago. But it's wonderful. It's like a little Swiss Army knife. And since it's an iPhone, it communicates very well with my Mac. And then another thing, I have portable hard drives, which I didn't really have to have these much before, but now that I'm doing video and big things, I find that they're pretty necessary. And that's pretty much it for my hardware. As far as software that I use the Adobe Creative Suite, pretty much all of the ones for print media. And then I have my friends here. A lot of them do web design, make movies. The ones who are photographers, a lot of them are making movies now and doing time-lapse photography. So I have all that software that pertains to that. And just lots of other little add-ons. Just I don't really play games much. Just the things for work keep me pretty busy. And I use a lot of different browsers. When I do web design, I don't do it very often, but web designers always test their work in several different browsers. So I pretty much use all of the browsers. And that's pretty much it for my connections. And I'm just thinking that this movement is a real positive one, and one that is really going to help people like me in the art business and people who are basically in the creative world, and probably other people as well. It probably has implications for every different field that you could be in. And that's pretty much my thoughts on connectivism.